What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the second flight vlog of the channel. We're here at the hangar about 10 o'clock in the morning. Gonna be flying over to Jasper today. About a hour and a half there, hour and a half back, give or take. With the winds, they're pretty gusty today. Clouds are a little low, scattered. Should be able to get above them, have a really nice flight. So I've been away for a little bit, was finishing up finals for college. All done with that, so we are ready to go for the summer to hit the road. Just running on flying and building time, ready to get to our first job. Like I've been saying, just enjoying the process. Should be a fun flight today. Should be able to get a lot of good content for you guys, some good crosswind landings. Should be fun. And let's pre-flight the plane and get after it. Rotate at 60. Entirely possible. It is showing there's some small holes. It looks like it tops out at about 4,000, so they're not.
Tomorrow.
Alright, so we're here at the end of 1-4. So we've got, I mean, the ceilings are a little low today, but it's looking pretty scattered. We're going to be able to scud along at least 1,500, if not a little bit higher. We packed everything, we pre-flighted, we fueled up. Yeah, it actually filmed for this video yesterday. I went up to Jasper County. It was a little bit of a longer flight. It was 3 hours. When you charge the GoPro, because that's what I film on, you're not supposed to plug it into the aircraft to charge. I didn't know that, and so I had it plugged in the whole time, and all the footage was just, I mean, it was really, really bad. There was just a real loud screeching in the background and everything, and so that was all just chopped. But it's a new day to go fly, build some time. We're doing a flight over to Bay City. It's going to be pretty low. Not going to be really talking to approach, only about a 45-minute flight over there. We're going to stop, get some fuel. I know they got a vending machine there, always stocked up over at Bay City, so we're going to run in and grab something from there and head on back. Before takeoff checklist, trim is set for takeoff, run up is complete. We have 13 gallons in the left and 7 gallons in the right. That's an hour in the right and about 2 hours in the left. Only a 45-minute flight, plenty of gas. We'll go over there, try and empty that right tank out on the way over there. Landing lights on. All of our lights are on. Mixture's full rich. Doors locked, seat belts secure and fastened. Altimeter set. Go ahead and ask this guy if he's ready. I don't think we have anyone. 22 Tango, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, y'all can go.
Airline traffic, Archer 2222 Tango, entering the runway at Alpha 6, departing 14, remaining in the pattern, airline traffic.
Alright, so they're going to get on out of here ahead of us. Actually, looks like it's starting to clear up a little bit, which is surprising. It usually gets worse as the day goes along. Airline traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu, taking off runway 14, going to be a south westbound departure, airline. To right rudder, climb out at 80. Airline traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu, departing the pattern to the southwest. Last call, airline. Yeah, we'll stay here at 1,000 feet so we get up above this stuff. That'd be pretty nice. Biggest thing when you're down low like this is always monitor your obstacles. Even if you're familiar with the area, if you fly out of there all the time, it's always nice to just keep watch. Know your stuff. You're down low like this, trudging around. You want to know where all of those obstacles are at. Make sure you're well clear of those. All right, there's 1,000 feet. Go ahead, power back 2,400 RPM. Landing lights coming off. A little bit of nose down, just a tad bit. Continue on. Got about 40 minutes en route to Bay City. We'll stop there, fuel up, get a little snack before we head on back. Did I hit like a whole family of bugs on the way out? I just cleaned this windshield, man. I hit an entire squad, bro. Squad wipe. That's crazy work. So we're going to go ahead, chill out here for a little bit, and I will see you guys here in about 5 minutes when we are to get on top of this cloud layer. So see you guys here in a second. I don't know if y'all can see, we're currently through 3,500, climbing up above all these clouds. They top out at about 4,000, so we picked out a little spot right here. We're going to get above it into some real smooth air. Well, I always love getting on top of the clouds, man. I can't beat it. That and night flights, those are my two favorites. One thing about the clouds, though, man, I tell you what, you'd be surprised. You really got to bring sunglasses because, I mean, those things are bright to look at. I don't know what it is. I'm probably going to, someone's going to come in here and correct me in the comments, but, I mean, I tell you what, dude, you can't just stare at a cloud. Like, it hurts your eyes. It's bright. I don't know what it is. Sun reflecting off it or something. I don't know how exactly it works, but especially if I just got done, not just got done, but I've had my instrument rating for a little while, and, especially when you're in the clouds, it hurts almost. Sunglasses are a necessity. I got them in the back there. You just in case we need them. Need to pull those bad boys out. And look at that, that's beautiful. So we're currently getting a really, really fast, cool, crisp 49 knots over the ground, which is awesome. You don't know how fast that is. That's about the speed that F1 cars go at, about 49 knots. That equates to, let's see, that can't be right, dude. No way. That equates to about 55 miles an hour, by the way. So if there's any cars down there on the freeway, they are going faster than I currently am. But we're going to go ahead and nose over, see if we can't get a little bit quicker on our feet here. Power on back to 2400, not quite at 5,000, don't have to lean the mixture out. A little bit of nose down, landing light off, just threw it on just in case anyone was popping out of the clouds. Didn't want to scare them. We'll go ahead and... Angel, please cut that out. That was the voice crack of the century right there.
No, I don't think I will.
So we're going to go ahead and sit up here at cruise, enjoy the views, enjoy the clouds, fast forward through this cruise flight, and we'll see you all on the descent here in about 15 minutes. Alright, what's going on? We're back here. Do a little bit of a quick descent. It was growing on us, and it looked like it was getting a lot more solid, so we just decided to get on down through this whole...
What do you mean by that?
About 14 miles out from the airport. Should be there in about 6 or 7 minutes. We already got our weather. Going to be landing 1-3 with a right crosswind. So overall, love being on top of the clouds. Wish it could have been a little bit longer, but I had to get down and get some gas. We're going to go ahead and just enter a left downwind at the 45 for runway 13 at Bay City. The thing I don't like is that when they put like so many different airports that are like relatively close on the same frequency, like there's like 6 different airports that have the same exact frequency. So there's always like 8 people talking at the same time, and no one knows which airport they're at because they're just getting stepped on 24/7. So I wish that was something that could be a little bit different, but can't have everything in life. We're on the home stretch into Bay City here. Ooh, also today I had I don't even think I got this one on video. I voice cracked earlier in the video. Angel's gonna edit that out though because we don't need that on there. We'll go ahead and... Jeez, Angel, please cut that out. That was the voice crack of the century right there. Alright, I think we're starting to pick the airport up. Bay City traffic, hold 5495 Zulu is 5 miles to the east. Going to be entering a left downwind at the 45 for runway 13, full stop Bay City. I'm getting a lot better with the radio transmissions too. I used to be like terrified, deathly, of doing radio transmission, especially with approach and like tower. It was like my worst nightmare with flying, but I've been getting a lot more confident with doing them. You just gotta, just something, the more you do it, you learn the lingo, you learn what you need to say, and you sort of start to expect what they're gonna tell you. So, you know, it gets a lot easier if that's something you're struggling with. It definitely gets easier. Got to do some grass landings the other day, some short and soft field on a 1,900 foot runway on the Colt. So she handled them beautifully. It's crazy how fast you can get this thing stopped in because it comes in so slow. I mean, you can realistically get this thing stopped in like freaking 200 feet if you really play your, not two, you know, like 200-300 feet if you play your cars right. See how short we can get this thing down in. Okay, we'll make that a goal for this landing. Instead of trying to butter it on, roll all the way out, let's see how short. Let's do a little stall comp. See how short we can stop this thing in. Because this thing, I mean, it comes down to like, if you're real, I mean, the stall speed's not until like 55 knots. Not 55 knots, 55 miles an hour, which is even slower in knots. So, I mean, if you really think about it, you can realistically bring this thing in and get it stopped so fast. Bay City traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu's entering left downwind 13, full stop, Bay City. There's our left downwind. Go ahead and roll out. A little bit of power, a little bit of nose up. So our goal is to be on the numbers stopped before the first taxiway. I don't know how short that is. We'll do the math and see like how short we got this thing stopped in. This is perfect. I mean, this is literally exactly what I wanted right here. Okay, 75 knots, little high. Power, keep the power at idle as we come on down. A little bit of a right cross. Terrible, but it accomplished a goal. And we got stopped. We're off on the first taxiway. So, I mean, not every landing is going to be perfect. I did what I wanted to do, though. You know, I got it on firm, and I got the airplane stopped. So, a good short field landing. Clear the runway, carburetor heat. Landing light off. We'll do one lap in the pattern before we head on back to Pearland, because that was pretty rough. That was a spanker, but sometimes you gotta do it. Gotta have a little bit of a firm landing when you're trying to get stopped quick. So let's see. Right here. All right, we landed at the number, which is a little bit. Got it stopped on that first. We were stopped before that first taxiway a little bit. Yeah, 729 feet. That's kind of, I mean, that's pretty, for people that actually do like stall comps, that's probably like really bad. But that was my first time ever attempting something like that. I think that's pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to pull in here, get some gas, guys, and I'll meet y'all back on the taxi out, and we'll get one more landing in before we head back to Pearlands. Okay, so we're here at the end of the runway. Get ready to get on the go here. They did have a vending machine, and it was super nice, like the bougiest freaking vending machine I've ever seen, but it only took cash. It literally looked like a futuristic mansion vending machine, and it only took cash. It blew my mind. But anyway, so we topped off on fuel, grabbed the water. They did have complimentary waters there, and we're gonna head on back to Pearland. Bay City traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu, departing runway 13, gonna have an eastbound departure, Bay City. I'm out at 80, 400, 500 feet, start our left turnout. Bay City traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu, departing the pattern to the east, last call, Bay City. Level out right here, keep the climb going up to about 2,000, stay right under that cloud layer on the way back home. We should have a really, really nice tailwind coming back in. There's our 1,000 feet landing lights coming off. A little bit of a haze layer forming. Nothing too bad, still have about 6 miles visibility, 6 plus. It can get pretty hard sometimes to tell the difference between where the haze layer stops and where it actually like begins as clouds, where the clouds start. That's where you really got to trust your weather observation. So we're going to sit here, cruise for about 20 minutes, and we'll call you guys back up here in a second when we get closer to the airport. Get ready to come on into land. We're just going to be sitting up here doing a whole lot of nothing. Enjoy this smooth flight on back into Pearland, and we'll see you guys here in a couple minutes. All right, we're about 13 miles out from Pearland. We hauled the mail here. It definitely did not take us that long to get back to Pearland. So about 12 miles out. Go ahead and do our before landing checklist. Switch back over to the left tank. Make sure it's full rich. Landing light is on. Shoulder harnesses on tight. All right, before landing checklist complete. Here at about 2,000 feet in the just under the 4,000 ring. Start a slight little descent down to pattern altitude here shortly. Looks like the pattern's pretty empty. It emptied out. On the way here, we've got, I think, 1 helicopter in the pattern. So let's see if we can't get a 10 out of 10 landing for you guys real quick. At Pearland traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu is 8 miles to the south. We're going to be inbound for a full stop landing 14 Pearland. All right, we're looking for a tower out here. That's how I find the airport. There's a tower that's like 500 feet AGL. And it's just to the south of the airport. Might be a little bit off to our right. There it is, we got it. Go ahead and enter a left downwind at the 45. We'll get a greaser for everyone today. Then end the day off, we'll get a nice smooth landing. Pearland traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu is over the high school, going to be entering a left downwind for 14 at the 45, Pearland. Get a little bit of nose up trim. Entering our left downwind as we speak. Pearland traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu is left downwind 14, full stop, Pearland. A little bit of power to get over the trees. The right wheel, look at that. There it is. That's the one we've been waiting on. That was beautiful right there. All right, aileron into the wind, hold back pressure. Load on down, we need to get off quick. We got this helicopter coming in right behind us. That was it right there. All right, there we are, we're clear. Landing lights off, carburetor heat, and lean the mixture for taxi. Colt, Pearland traffic, Colt 5495 Zulu, clear the active at Alpha 4, Pearland. Very beautifully done. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and taxi on in, get the plane put up. Nice little flight today. That's what you got to do when you're building time, you know, just get a good, an hour 40 in today. You're doing something every day, you know, as long as you've got the ceiling to do it, you're making forward progress, you know. My main motto, just look in the mirror at the end of the day. Just ask yourself, what did I do to get better today? What did I do to achieve my goal? If you can answer that question with, I did this to reach my goal, if I did this to reach what I want to be in life, then you're on the right track. You know, just one step forward every day. Even if you're coming off a down day, even if you're coming off a day where you can't answer that, just, you know, make that goal. One thing, if you can look at yourself and be like, I did this to get better today. That's all you need, you're moving in the right direction. So we're going to go ahead and get the plane put up. We'll see you guys here in a little bit. And as always, really enjoy these flights with you guys. Hope y'all are enjoying them. Comment down below if you want to see any requests where to go, any requests what to do. If y'all want to see, you know, I'm practicing commercial maneuvers right now, so if y'all want to see any of that, go ahead and let me know.
You want me to cross?